guys, today we're going to be talking about the same type of thing, 3D objects. Last time we talked about prisms, today we're going to be talking about pyramids. So the whole lesson is based around constructing pyramids. Last time we talked about what a net looks like. So over here we have a pyramid with a square base, and over here we have a pyramid with a triangle base. So over here, I'm going to be drawing a picture of what the net would look like for a square base pyramid. So I would have my square in the middle, but then each side, each face coming up from my square is going to be a triangle. So my net for a triangle or a square base pyramid would look something like this. Obviously better than how I drew it because it would be symmetrical, okay? So if we were going to be answering these questions, how many faces does the pyramid have and what are their shapes? So if I counted my faces, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces. And their shapes would be a square and triangles. Specifically, these are isosceles triangles because these two edges would be the same length. Okay? It says, does this pyramid have any parallel or perpendicular edges? Yes, it does, because my edges of my square, this edge is going to be perpendicular to this edge. This edge is going to be, not perpendicular, parallel. This edge is parallel to this edge. This edge would be parallel to this edge. This edge would be perpendicular to this one because it creates a right corner. So you can look at your net to figure some of that out. Now, in your net, so if with my triangular pyramid, my net would look a little bit different because my base shape is going to be a triangle instead of a square. So all of my other pieces coming off of this are also going to be triangles. So if I folded up each of these sides, it would make a pyramid. So that leads me to something that you have in your things from pickup day. That is you have a few nets, okay? So I'm holding it up on here because I've already cut it out. So this would be a net for a cone, okay? It's printed out on here. Obviously, this one's missing because I've already cut it out. Okay, so these are kind of cool. This gives you an idea of how a net becomes a 3D object. So this cone net, I have colored it first because since I'm cutting it out, I don't have to be so careful. And so I colored it first, and I cut it out, and it looks like this. I'm going to turn this off so we can see a little bit better. Okay, so it looks like this. I have my net. I've cut it out. Notice how this circle barely touches this line, but I still made it connect. A net has to be all one piece. So if you have cut something off of your net, you haven't done it right. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 of these in each person's pickup pile so that you can create these. Now, I have my base parts of my net. So this would be a base part. Technically, I didn't have to color this because it's going to be a flap. I would fold that flap up like this, okay? And that's where I'm going to end up putting glue. And then all of these are also flaps. So if I were to fold all of these in, okay, so I would then roll my cone. I would put glue on my flap right here. I'm going to roll my cone, and it's going to be tricky because these are 3D objects, but they're empty on the inside, so they're going to be a little bit harder. So notice if I glued it, it would be held together like that, and then I would take glue and put them on my remaining flaps and glue that in, and so now I have created a cone. Now, you might not have a cone in your nets. You might have a hexagonal prism. You might have a pyramid. You might have a cylinder. Whatever it is, color it first, cut it out, fold inward all of your flaps. Okay, you're not going to fold it towards the color side. You're going to fold it the opposite way so that when you glue it, and you fold it, you'll still be able to see the beautiful colors that you did. And then you put glue on the flaps. It's going to be kind of hard to pinch them together. That's okay. But make one or two of these. Show me and yourself how a net can become a 3D object and why nets are useful. All right, have a good day.